to the Trinity Force Podcast. Yo, it's that Triforce cast beaming straight to your home. Grab a beer so we know Pone ain't drinking alone. Send an email, a quick tweet, just pick up the phone. Leave a message, hit the beep if you're a creep, watch your tone. Discuss the meta game, patch notes, whatever helps your stats most. Obi-Pone Kenobi is your last hope to snatch gold. So grab your headphones and join in the fun. We'll try and force in some jokes and some cringeworthy puns. Yo, we can make it together, people. Trinity Force Podcast. These boys are second to none. Now that's the end of the intro. It's time we begun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of the Trinity Force podcast. I believe it is 768. Ah, shit. I probably should have looked this up. We're a real professional establishment here. But yeah, this is our last episode. 868. Sorry. 868. And this is the last one. And we have myself. And if you're watching, it's myself in the bottom left, it is Colin in the bottom right, it is John in the top right, and Goose in the top left. So we got all four of us here, so we can send this out on a high note. And gents, thank you all for being here. It's okay if you want to cry. That's all right. Part of being a responsible adult is being in touch with your emotions, so that's okay. But yeah. John, we'll go to you first. It's been a while. How you been? I think it's been 2-3 months or so since you've been on. What you been up to?
I've been good. I've been busy at my new job, but everything's been good there. So, no complaints here. But I haven't been playing a ton of League, more so recently though. But it's been fun.
Nice. So if you haven't been playing League, have you just had really busy life going on, or is it other games that have pulled you away?
Just busy with life stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't gaming too much in general.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, cool. Goose, this might be the first time that we've seen your new PC, and will be the last time that we've seen it. It looks beautiful. It is beautiful, absolutely. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just chilling. Haven't been working much. It's been like 5 degrees here for 2 weeks and colder some mornings and some days. So just been sitting at home, not doing jack shit.
Is it too cold for you to actually be doing work outside then? Is that what?
Yeah, the ground's like frozen, probably 12 to 13 inches deep. So it would take quite a bit to do any digging.
Got it.
So any like hardscape jobs.
Sure. So basically just waiting for it to warm up a bit so then you can start to do ice and snow removal.
We already did all that.
Okay.
When it did snow. We're just more now like we're waiting for the ground to thaw out a little bit so we can actually do some landscaping jobs.
Sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So then since you've been stuck at home, I know you've been gaming a good bit. What have you been playing?
I've been playing an exorbitant amount of League of Legends. Too much to count. I hate myself.
I'll count it for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I've played way too much in the last week. I think I've played like 25 games of ranked in the last few days, but that's that. And then I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3 since last Friday. I have 40 hours logged into Borderlands 3.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay.
It's been very fun.
I was going to say, yeah, how... So, okay, of what you've played so far, I know Borderlands 2 is your favorite game of all time. Does it... I'm not asking, is it better? Because I know that it's not. I haven't played it. But what stacks up well and what doesn't stack up well in comparison?
The actual like combat of the game is way better than Borderlands 2.
Okay.
The storyline pretty mid compared to Borderlands 2. Like,
sure,
it's not really fun. It's long. It's way too drawn out.
Is there a discernible storyline though?
I mean, it's cool. But
okay, so there actually is one. I was just saying because like Borderlands 1 had an okay storyline, and then the pre-sequel, I didn't know that there was a storyline happening once I got to the main city.
Yeah. No, the Borderlands 3 storyline's pretty interesting to say the least. It could be a lot better, but there's some parts to it that are pretty cool.
Okay. Cool. Character customization, classes, perks, and stuff like that?
It's weird. It's not. It's like trying to be too much, but there's not enough there. If that makes sense.
Does not.
There's a million options, but none of them really do a whole lot.
Oh, so it's like the runes in League. Okay.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Like guns are really, really important in that game.
Okay, gotcha. And but the signature abilities, like the ability that you have, that still is impactful and good, though, right? Or no?
Yeah. The mech on the character that I use is super powerful. Like it one shots everything.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's good then. It sucks that the rest of the abilities are unreliably good, but do you think they'd be better? Have you basically just been playing it solo, right?
Yeah, the problem with all the abilities is most of the abilities just enhance your gun damage or enhance your damage as a like whatever weapon that you're currently using. They don't
Oh.
really enhance your player that much.
Oh, so there's not like extra melee damage if you're behind somebody, or if they're like if you sneak up on them or something, or if like you throw a grenade, or like I don't know, interactions like that where it's not specifically your gun. I mean, some of them will
No, there's
enhance your
just
ability a little bit, but
yeah, it's a lot of it enhances your ultimate ability and it
sure.
enhances your weapon
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
So, but
Got
it's
it.
cool. The combat's really cool.
Okay. Sweet. Um. Cool. Colin, what you been up to? I'm sure it's been the coldest of anyone up by you.
Actually, no. The coldest it's been here is minus 17 Celsius, which in freedom measurements
Is it like
is
25?
Now that'd be like
no.
-8 or something.
It's like around like the same, like negative 10 or so.
Negatives are
Oh,
pretty
okay.
close in Celsius.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So that's the coldest it's been. We did get some snow, but it was just about 6, 7 inches. So it's not too bad.
Okay.
Uh, But besides the weather, life's been pretty normal. Just playing too much league as usual, working away, and I have to get started on a school project that I've been ignoring the past 2 weeks. So that's my chore this weekend.
Okay. Um,
No,
if you need any help, the podcast community is here to help you.
thank you. If any of you work for Ford, I will contact you. That is
Uh,
the topic, the company that we're focused on.
yeah. So if
Fixed or
anybody's
repaired daily.
Uh,
That is what that stands for, in case you were wondering.
I'll make sure to put that into my
That's
my
a good header.
research project.
It's a good header.
I have some good research that you could do. Have you watched the Peacock TV show? It might be on NBC on TV as well, but I don't know. American Auto.
No,
It is, yeah, it's pretty decent. There's 2 seasons. It's a workplace comedy in a fictional car manufacturer in Michigan. So
Oh, so it's
it could be
Office but
Ford,
different.
it could be,
Okay.
yeah, it's like that sort of thing, but it's in the realm
Mhm.
of it, like it plays off of some of the stuff that could very well be like Ford is facing. So it's
All right.
not, I'm sure it's not
Take a look at it.
directly related,
No,
but
it's prob-
maybe,
it's
you know
probably
what?
not related to
No, but
whatever
you
their
could have it
subject
in a
matter being.
footnote or something as the inspiration for something, or I don't know. It could help. It probably
Never
won't
know.
help though.
Maybe it'll just be a good TV show.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent TV show. Of all the ones
There
that
you
have
go.
tried to be workplace comedies, it's one of the better ones, I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up with me. And
Cool.
what about you, N.A. Eric?
Oh, thank you for asking. Nobody ever asks. Actually, people ask sometimes. Yeah, good. Last couple of weeks, because yeah, I guess it's been like 2 or 3 weeks or so since the second to last podcast. Yeah, it's been good. There's been some drama with my parents, which is mostly put to bed. So there's some of that. Not getting into any of that, what that is. Yeah. A little bit of wedding planning, not a lot. For the summer. I figured out where I'm gonna go get my clothes because I have to. It'll be pretty chill, so I gotta go buy like some nice khakis. So I looked up I think I googled where to buy nice khakis. Was exactly what I did. So there's a few places in like there's a bougie mall near me that I'm gonna go stop in and see what they're like.
Hey,
But
golf pants.
I could.
I'm telling you, get a pair of golf pants. I can send you some nice golf pants.
Okay.
Like links to them.
Oh, I was only gonna want them if you had worn them previously. So now I don't want them.
I do not think you're gonna fit in my pants.
Never know till you try.
If you have any 32, 34, that's my measurements.
No, I am quite a large man, but I have short legs, so it's kind of a weird combination.
Got it. Yeah, that probably wouldn't work. I'm mostly legs. So
38-30.
whoa,
It's a wild combination.
that is a weird combo.
Yeah, and I am 6'3".
Okay, you must have the biggest torso known to man then.
I do. I have to wear XLTs for everything.
I just picture like you guys know Conan O'Brien, where he's like
Mm-hmm.
all legs. You're just the inverse of him. You're just if you took like the slider on like a create a character or something and pushed the waist really far down, that's what your dimensions are like, compared to him.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
That is pretty funny. But yeah, some of that. I mean, I've been playing a little bit of League. Not a ton, just because now we don't have 3 splits, so it's so nice I can just kind of slowly ease into it. Watch some pro play. I've been watching Apple
Los
TV show.
Ratones,
I've watched a little bit of their stuff too. Yep, they're doing well.
the Bouse.
Yep.
100% win rate in pro play. Imagine that.
On AP Jacks too. That's what
The
you're
AP
playing. It's
yeah,
hilarious.
I watched those games today.
They are
were
all
good.
top.
On me.
Did
On
you
me.
flash for a heart skills deck?
Yeah. I've played some games. We played some Borderlands 2, so I played some of that. I've also been playing Far Cry 4 again. I got it. Wasn't even thinking about it, and then I logged on to Steam. I opened it, and there was like, you know how it's like games that are relevant to you. It's like updates on them where when you open your library. One of them was Far Cry now, or like Ubisoft has now made it so that because their games generally go through the Ubisoft Connect client, and they have their own separate thing. And Steam achievements were not like they didn't mesh, but now they've made it so all like a lot of those games now, once you log in, anything you'll have done, it like transports all the achievements over. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll go get like 30 or 40 free achievements for logging into the game, and then I've been playing it a bit more. So that's been nice. I mean, I'm always playing EU4 as well. I don't know if I'll ever put that game down. I played some Civ 6 again too, but yeah, not much. Been listening to some history podcasts. It's been pretty sweet. If anyone's interested, it's the Fall of Civilizations podcast. This guy does it. It's been going for like 4 years, but he has like 18 or 19 episodes out. He takes like 6 months to research it and get voice actors and translate texts and all sorts of stuff. Like it looks like it's really well done. And the episodes
Did
are
you
like,
listen to Our Fake History at all?
I have not, no. But I know that's on my list because I'm quickly running through the 19 episodes of his, even though they are like 3 to 4 hours a piece. But I'm quickly running through them, so I will open up Our Fake History for sure. I've heard my friend Connor's also recommended that one, so
Sweet.
I need to listen to that for sure.
There's another one, Dark Histories. It's like like true crime or like supernatural stories from history. It's pretty good too.
Okay,
Different style, but
yeah, that sounds kind of interesting too. I generally am more like towards steer away from murder mystery or like supernatural just because it isn't my wheelhouse. But if it's like linked in with historical events or so, that could be cool.
some of them are more so than others. Some of them
Yeah.
are just more stories, but some of them are definitely linked in with history.
Okay, cool. Yeah, message me the name of that so that I can remember to check it out. Check it out. Okay, well, guys, this is our last episode. I mean, I know what we're gonna end on, but before then, let's talk about whatever. I know, Colin, you said that you wanted to talk a bit about how they're doing the new seasons, so and liked it. So yeah, give us your thoughts about it. And I guess also for anyone who may not be playing right now, give a brief explanation about what it is.
Yep. And so right now, the whole year split up into 3 different seasons. The first one being focused on Noxus, then Demacia, then Ionia. And with like the Noxus one, for example, like with like how Noxus is like a very bloody nation, all about war and everything, like they added in the feats of strength, which is tied to that, giving the objectives, the kills, the first turret. And then Atacons from that lore as well. And like they changed the map to look more Noxus like, I guess, with the turrets change and like the whole graphics on the ground, which I'm seeing a lot of people don't like how the ground looks, but like I don't mind it at all.
It looks like it looks
Um,
like grass in the south in winter. It's just all dead and waiting for spring to
yeah,
happen.
it's not like it's not pretty by any means, but like I
No.
don't mind a change, and especially like if this is only going to last 4 months until Demacia season kicks in, like they're going to change it again, I presume, because that's not the same terrain as Noxus. So hopefully they can do more things there and like maybe take out the feats of strength, put something else in, or mix up mechanics in the game to go along with like Demacia and Ionia. I think that's just really cool and like gives a fresh feel to the game.
Yeah, because otherwise the visuals haven't changed outside of the turrets. They've changed a little bit, and they throw the Santa hat on Baron every winter. But other than that, it's been, besides like, if they change a wall or move a bush or something, it's been the same visuals since season 5. That's 10 years, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, change is always nice. Like it's one way to like they want to keep players around and like definitely giving us something new will make that happen.
Yeah.
What if they change the neutrals, like Atacon, for each one too? That'd be pretty cool.
They might. I wonder what they would do. If they were going to do for Demacia, there's dragons that roam Demacia, so they could just retexture it to be like some wild dragon. That'd be cool.
If it wasn't a champ in the game, I'd say Gallia would be a good one, but sorry there. I'm not sure what they would pick though.
Yep. Goose, apparently you look handsome, Kaib said. He's in chat.
Wonderful. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Also, slight interruption. Somebody asked, has anybody played Dead Island 2? I have not.
I played it a long time ago.
Okay.
On PlayStation 3.
A long time ago for like 10 minutes.
Okay. I thought that was... Did they release like Dead Island 3 or 4 recently then?
I think I played Dead Island Riptide. I don't know if that's
let me see.
Dead Island 2 or not.
Let me look up. Dead Island 2 came out... Yeah, this came out pretty recently. It came out in April of 2023, so April of a year and a half ago.
Then no, I have not played Dead Island 2. No.
Dead Island 1 came out...
Riptide? Is that something?
Well, so Dead Island 1 came out for PS4 and stuff in 2011. Riptide is a game...
was the second game.
Yeah, okay. 2016 for PS4.
Yeah, so I played that one.
Oh, actually 2013. PS4. 2013 it came out. My bad.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Dead Island 2 looks cool. Have not played it. But yeah, Dead Island Riptide, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Like the new maps and stuff could be really cool depending on how much they change it. I think for Demacia, it would be like it's going to be a lot more. I don't mean this in like it's good, but like a brilliant way because Demacia is full of like that silver shining architecture. So that should be really cool when it comes out. I also think like the champions that align with the faction that it currently is should get like +1 movement speed or something, just something fun that. It's like, hey, you're Demacian, you're playing on Demacian map. Like, remember in the olden days, if you were a ninja, you had the little thing that was this unit is a flippin' ninja.
Mm-hmm. Or if you wore sunglasses, if you were wearing one of the commando skins, and you had sunglasses, you took 1 less damage from Leona.
Yep. Stuff like that. Super cool. Just dumb shit like that, which never factors into a game, but it's so fun.
Caitlyn and Jinx...
And Vi.
did 1 bonus damage to Jinx.
Yeah, they still. I don't know if they still do damage, but they still have that indicator of like criminals caught or something. If Jinx is on the other side, anyways. Yeah.
I like how they did the skins based around the area they're doing as well. Like how it's all like mostly Noxus champions.
Totally.
they're focused on.
And
Good
I
notch.
and I don't know how much we know of it yet, but it's moving the lore forward now. Every season is going to, rather than being completely divorced from one another.
Yeah.
As a lore
More
person,
lores.
I like that. Most people don't give a
Yeah,
fuck,
me
but
too.
I like it.
I think it's cool.
Somebody at Pillow Master asked, do we think that the theme of the map should change, like textures, or the actual design, like walls and jungle? So I'm thinking, like, I'm guessing, I'm interpreting that question to be like the walls some of them would break down and some would change every 3 months or so, as opposed to just a reskin.
I'd say
That'd be
depending
cool,
on.
but they
both.
probably don't have the want to do that.
Yeah, I think like
Unfortunately.
if and when they do Ixtal, like changing up some of the jungle would be a good touch
Yeah, maybe they do like brush and
for
like
that one.
deep brush or something. They have 2 different types of bushes. Something like that. But yeah, I think it could be cool. I don't think they would change it every 3 months, just because that for people that are learning the game, if the map changes every 3-4 months, that ends up being such a hurdle to them. And League is already bleeding players and struggling to get new people interested in the game.
Yeah, it takes 6 years to unlock all the champions.
Yeah, I know. They're increasing the blue essence rates, but still not that
Actually,
much.
yeah, they just did that this today, I guess, was the patch. Mel's out. We get more blue essence, but we still don't get chests, sadly.
Nope,
Bring
no
back
chests.
chests, make League great again.
Yeah. John, what do you think about this season overall? Like, or anything? Do you have anything else to add?
I've liked it so far. I mean, I like the aesthetic. I like the shopkeeper looks different.
Mm-hmm.
Otacon is interesting. I mean, I think those are pretty insane, but also I feel like people like that shit takes forever to get. Actually, the last game we were playing, we gave them Otacon and got like legitimately 3 turrets top. I mean, it takes a lot of resources to do it. So you can get a ton off of it if you can't get it.
Yeah, I feel like, especially, I haven't seen games in Masters and Challengers, but I imagine it's the same as in Pro Play, where whoever gets Otacon just ends, especially if it's the GA one, I don't know what that one is, that's Voracious, I think, just ends up winning the game, because you just fucking face roll right into them and dive them, and then they get 100 gold for killing you, even without the bounty. Well, I think they increased it, or are gonna increase it or something,
Yeah,
but
it's 200 right now.
200? Okay, yeah, so they doubled
Ooh.
it. But still, like, 200 gold, you just fucking face roll right into them, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't matter. I had it last game that I was playing right before the ARAM, and Colin was spectating, and I soloed Otacon because I was playing Trinity, and everyone else was fucking fighting on the other side of the map for no reason. This is like at 30 minutes or so. Like, Baron's up, other stuff's up, and they're just all fighting bot lane. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this. And then I'm Trend ult waits, like, it doesn't kill you, so you can trend ult and then Otacon as well after that to then get revived and just get yoinked back to base, just diving them at will. It's stupid.
Yeah. I like the with Otacon, and it just feels like there's more fighting in general.
Yeah, there's so much fighting.
Like,
It's just
and I
constant.
like that. I kind of like it. Yeah.
I feel like I'm playing team deathmatch on the ring.
It's Call of Duty.
What do you guys think of? I didn't realize that was in my game, but they changed the feats to, instead of being first blood, it's first to get 3 kills.
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
way better. It's way
Yeah, it
better
makes
for
a
the
lot
game.
more sense. Yeah.
Because
Really?
these dudes are out here willing to give up their firstborn child to get first blood.
Personally, I'm not a fan just because if you get that first blood, that felt good. Like getting that like objective for your team.
But it was
Like,
such bad gameplay because
oh,
it was
it's
just like
it's bad
4 people
gameplay for sure. And then
diving
someone,
one person.
everyone's like, yeah, people are just 3 camp ganking from the jungle, like invades like crazy, fighting level 1 and 2 more than often. But they should. I don't know if they did. I don't think they did based off what Erik said earlier. But they should add first gold with the additional 100 gold you get for first blood. They should add that back.
Yeah, and I don't think they did, because I got first blood, and I think it was just a normal 300-ish on Cassante when I killed him. So I don't know. But I also didn't pay attention for it, so it may be in there. I don't know. But I don't think that was intended to be back in. Yeah, I don't know. I get it. It's healthier for the game. I kind of liked just getting first blood. It made it more concrete. Like, okay, we lost first blood. Now we don't care about fighting. We care about objectives and we care about turrets. It made it a lot more clear to people who don't necessarily pay attention to what's going on about what you should or shouldn't do. Because with 3 kills, like, it could be murky. You know, you both have 2 kills or whatever, but if there's objectives in the mix, like, it makes it a lot more murky. Yeah. Are there additional changes that anyone wants to see in the Feats of Achievement system?
I don't think we're gonna see
The
them
feats of
change.
strengths.
Feats of Strength.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think they're okay.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
those
I
seem
think
pretty
we're
good.
okay.
They won't have anything different until next season, I imagine.
I wish that they would, instead of giving you just a tiny bit of the reward and then you could buy the boots later, just once you hit level 13, level 15, some arbitrary level, it just automatically upgrades into it. So you have like a ticking time bomb on that. That's what I would think. Also, side note, did they remove Zephyr at the beginning of the season? I think they
Yeah,
did.
it's gone.
I'm just gone.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I bought the Berserker Greaves upgrade, and I just thought about that now. Like, I didn't see Zephyr as a thing there.
Yeah, I think is it still an area? No,
No, they got
it's
rid of it
gone there
completely.
too. Yeah.
That's good. It was not healthy.
Every class should be able to get upgraded boots if there's upgraded boots.
Agreed.
Not when Freak's in charge, baby. It's 80 carry only.
And then Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia had
Insane
no
move speed.
boots. Yeah.
Didn't they nerf? I think they nerfed it.
They nerfed her, yeah, because
Yeah,
she was
she's
too strong.
disgusting right now.
She was like insane top, mid, and 80 carry.
She's been busted in all those roles, but just had such a low play rate. And then I guess it got out of control to the point where they had to deal with it.
I saw something that like part of the reason she was strong is because people were buying early boots, like the early upgraded boots against her, and she wouldn't have to buy boots at all. And they're putting so much like 2,000 gold into buying boots, and that's 2,000 gold she has towards her Rylai's, for example, the shittiest item in the game.
Yeah, PSA people, don't buy the upgraded boots until you're done with like at least 2 items.
Yeah.
I don't. I honestly keep forgetting they're a thing.
The only time I upgrade them quickly is when I'm playing support. I just need the extra gold for like, because I always buy the Swifty boots on basically everybody just for the movement speed.
Yeah, I mean, supports it's not like you're in full build most games anyways, so.
Yeah, I usually get 2 items and then I finish my boots.
That makes sense. I usually go like 4 or so, 3, 4, but I'm not really playing support.
Well, they're kind of bait, honestly, the upgraded boots. They're really not that great.
The Tabbies one seems very good, or the best of the bunch, perhaps.
I think
Swifties are the best.
Oh, yeah, I think Swifties and I think they're both good.
I mean, Tabbies or Merchants
movement speed is
into
crazy.
a full AD or full AP team, like they're gonna be ridiculously good though.
Misfortune with the upgraded Swifties is fucking insane.
Yeah, she's so fast.
What exactly do the upgraded Swifties do?
They give you plus 4% bonus movement speed on top of your like base movement speed. So like champions that have movement speed steroids get it super increased.
Yeah, it stacks on total movement speed. So say you got a bunch of buffs of movement speed, it'll work on that instead of like having the drop offs that it normally would have.
Okay, so let's say, for example, you happen to use some abilities and hit 500 move speed. Then it will, before the 4%, then it will take 4% of 500 and give you that additional amount?
Yeah.
Okay, there's some champions that makes a lot of sense with then. Yep, okay.
Yeah, so like Jhin, it's super good on. Hecarim is a great user of them. All supports that don't need like defensive boots, which, I mean, even on Rail, I'm building the Swifty boots because there's so much fighting going on. You have to be able to get around the map.
Yeah. Yeah, like Blitz for sure.
I would say for the upgraded boots, like in most of my games, I don't upgrade them until I'm full build. Unless it's a situation where it's like, okay, I'm going to go fight a Baron. I have 750 gold. I'm going to upgrade my boots.
Yep.
Because like I value not Infinity Edge or Lord Dom's a lot more. Just
Well-
those items because I'm playing Asso every game. But
Or an elixir, realistically, is
Or,
better
yeah,
than
elixir.
upgrading the boots. If it's like, oh, I could spend the 1,000 or 1,500 to upgrade the boots, but
just 750.
750.
750. Okay, I could spend the
Not that much.
750, or let's say I have like 800 and I don't have space for components, but instead, let me just buy the elixir. It's gonna be better in almost every situation, I would think. There's niche examples where it wouldn't be, but
It just, it depends on how you use the boots, like especially with the movement speed ones. If you're able to space better because of it, like that can be a huge thing in a team
or
fight.
if it
but-
translates directly into stats like Hecarim, then that is
Yeah,
it's a flawed equation there.
I think they're going to change the 4% to out of combat movement
Ugh.
speed.
So then
think
Swifties
they
are turning
should.
into Mobies at that
I
point.
don't think
I think
they
they should
should.
because I think they should. They're so strong though.
Oh,
that
they-
4% is insane.
Yeah, I think maybe they should put it down a bit because it is like I agree, it is super strong, but like Swifties are meant for, like it's a combat movement speed buff. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
what
agree.
Swifties
I
are.
just how OP movement speed
Yeah.
is, so
They should just keep it the way it is, but like if it's too strong, tone it down. It's
but
What
I
about-
think if they tone the percentage down, then you won't ever upgrade them though.
Well, what about taking away, like once you upgrade it, taking away some of the additional flat movement speed it gives you and still keeping the 4% or giving it 5% or something. But you then, because I know like once you get the feats, even before you upgrade it, you get an additional buff onto your boots. So once you upgrade it, for those ones specifically, take away that extra buff and then you get the 4 or 5% on top of it. I don't know how the math would work, but maybe that's a way to balance some of the more oppressive boots in the game.
Yeah, they're plus 75 movement speed.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built it on Scion, and it's like, what in the hell? I'm flying around this map.
Yeah, you're like moving and mock Jesus with them.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
Misfortune with that, and then Yomu's is fucking
And
insane.
her W, she's
then
got
her
Oh
like
my
1,000
you're just
movement
like,
speed.
a
It's
fucking
incredible.
torpedo. It's like your Rengar R. It's she's just so fast. It's like over 500 just base. When she's just running around with her passive and Yomu's, I think it's like even more.
What does the Synchronized Souls boot upgrade give you?
I don't know. Never built it.
I think it's out of
Instantly
combat
to base.
movement speed. It's like Mobies. Mobies.
Yeah, you press B and you're instantly in base.
They're super
That'd be
mobies.
pretty sick. Yeah, make up Mobies.
Here, let me see if I can't find it.
How big is that monitor?
Too big.
It's 32.
Okay. Oh my god.
I can clearly see what you're putting on there. I mean, it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I can see the
You
glide.
should see the monitor you guys are on. It's an ultra wide that's 37. Let's see. Okay, they gain 45 movement speed and 10% total movement speed when out of combat. So they wouldn't change it to out of combat because that's what synchronized souls do.
Okay.
It's just such a niche
So
boot. It's
when you're
insane.
out of combat, they give you 95 movement speed plus 10% of your bonus or of your total.
That's
is
a
a lot.
lot.
Of movement speed. You were zooming around the map.
I was thinking
uh,
of like when I
makes me wanna
play
play
Quinn.
Quinn.
I was gonna say when I'm
Yeah.
playing Quinn, like I buy those, but I was thinking maybe only buy Swifties, or I don't know, maybe don't buy Swifties instead if we get the feats. Otherwise, just stick with Synchronized Souls. I don't know though.
I think it just stick with synchronized souls. You can just pick up both side lanes at the same time.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of
And then
stupid
get
how
to the team
fast.
fight before everyone else.
That's incredible. That is so fast.
That's insanely fast. Although Quinn does not feel like the best right now because tanks are so good. Side note on that. I played her in Community Night. It did not go well.
Thanks are good. I assume that's why they gave an ADCs a week, like Lord Dom's a mortal reminder, the 5% increase armor pen buff.
Also, they
ADCs
needed
are
it.
trash. Play AP carries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing jungle.
And stop picking hyperscalers. They do not work.
No. Unless
Yeah,
you're
definitely
picking
a lot
unless you're
worse
picking
right
a
now.
tank that scales, a la Scion, Tom Kench, Mundo, fucking
I'm talking about
Cassante.
ADCs, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
playing
yeah.
support.
like-
I'm so tired of seeing hyperscalers that do absolutely nothing.
Like Smolder,
Yeah.
you mean?
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh.
Lord
I
Smallmore
dodge.
is
He's really
I
bad
can't
right
even-
now.
He'll be good once the meta changes. That's all Lord Smoldy needs.
He's gone.
Lord Smoldy.
This dude picked Viger bot, and I just didn't even go bot. I literally roamed the entire game.
Nice.
Oh, so
Misfortune's good though, right? Misfortune.
Oh,
and-
she's
Oh,
cracked.
really good.
Misfortune Rail is
Yeah,
like the best
I played-
combo in the game.
I've played some Misfortune. She feels insane.
Yeah, I played a game against. We had a Jinx and Soraka bot, and regardless of the fact that they weren't great, not that they were like toxic or anything, they just weren't great, but it felt like Jinx was doing nothing. She was doing nothing.
Eric's being nice. They fucking sucked.
I'm trying to be a good ambassador.
Nah, I watched part of that game.
She was
Jinx split push top by herself and then died and then
Did she
threw
go
up
the
an
whole
FF
breaker
vote.
build?
What's up?
Why do people do that?
Because you're supposed to just split push with her because she's so bad at team fighting right now.
Okay, but she's hitting turrets with the rockets, not with the minigun.
But did she go whole breaker?
No, she went
Well, then she's-
she
then
went
she's-
Kraken
she's stupid.
IE.
Well, then she needs to team
She's
fight.
trolling.
Well, also I got placed
Reported.
in silver 3 in solo queue. So like I'm in silver right now.
Yeah, I'm on an alt account playing with a buddy that's in silver, and let me tell you, those games are free.
I was trying my best. I played Trinity and I was fucking running that map.
I had a different experience. I went on an alt account, play ranking with my friend, and Iron 2. I struggled so much.
Oh, I want to play in some real iron games. I bet that's just
Dude,
incredible.
Play a
It was
play
something.
Nasus in an iron game because they go the longest. The further down you go, the longer the games go.
That's what one of my friends will play the Nasus
Master
jungle
Yi
every now and
time.
again. It is really good. Master, you just got a
think-
buff. There you go.
I'm
If
for
people think
30
watching
bomb.
Worlds is peak League of Legends, nah, you gotta watch Iron Games.
You gotta kill Master Yi get a 30 bomb and solo queue.
Have you guys ever seen the video of they got banned all of them, but on OCE server a bunch of years ago, they were like I think they were in low elo, but they were friends in the same Discord call and they had 6 of them. And they ended up getting 3 on the same team on each side, and it was like 2
Oh, yeah.
supports and
I
it was
know what you're talking
Nasus, Viger, it was like all hyperscalers basically, and they just would always turn down the surrender vote, and they would if one team was about to win, they would int and throw it away. The game lasted 4 hours, and some of the other people left who were not in the party, and they got banned for leaving because they left the game. But they'd log on like 2 hours later, and the game's still going. This Nasus has like 5,000 stacks on his queue.
That's true hostage holding right there.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but Christ, that
You're-
was toxic.
You gotta respect the hustle, honestly.
Yep. Yeah. Got a question about Otacon. So somebody said, yeah, my team played a game where we lost every dragon, including Soul, but got Otacon buff, and it's the one where you get the 25% increase from all epic monsters. Plus, I guess that's the one with the petals as well. That's Ravenous, I think.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a waste because they were able to get it, but they weren't able to get any because it's only a limited amount of time you get extra stuff from epic monsters, I believe, right? Or is it for the rest of the game?
I think the buff, like the buff from monsters, stays for the game, but the actual buff that you get, like the GA buff or the damage buff, is only for like 3 minutes.
The GA buff is definitely timed. I didn't know there
So
was
maybe
the damage
maybe the other
buff.
one is timed then.
Let me look on the wiki.
I
Well,
just
I-
checked.
I-
It's a permanent buff to any epic monster buffs you have.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
that's-
like
I guess.
grubs as
Previously
well,
and
right?
after you get it. It'd be grubs
Okay.
too, yeah. So like
Yeah,
if you can get
so-
6 grubs plus this, like you are shredding turrets.
Yeah, so if you're losing all the dragons, if you're at least getting some grubs as well, then you're
Yeah,
still
this
getting
is-
some.
This is the win count for sure, grubs in this.
And also, at the very least, you're denying them from getting it with all the dragons they have.
Also, yeah, you get a lot of XP when you kill
The
that. If you get all
roses, yeah.
the roses, like
Yeah, the
you
roses.
shoot up.
Oh, he says they lost all the epic monsters, lol.
Well, at least they didn't get it.
Yeah,
right?
it's a denial. It could have been
Denial
worse.
plus some
Death cap
XP.
on Draven.
Could have been worse. Yeah.
Complete waste of resources. You should have just let them have it.
Yep. All right.
Question is, how do you lose all dragons but you get Attica?
Get the
I would bet
Bad
that
macro decision.
yeah. So
Did
I
they
was
win that game?
I don't know. Pillow, did you win that game? I guess we'll see. My guess is that they had somebody solo it, or the other team just zoned in on a dragon, and they're like, "Okay, fine, let's go desperation grab this." And they maybe all died getting it, but they got it.
Otacon does a lot of damage too.
Apparently,
so
also,
I'm a bit low on it.
I was watching a pro game today, or like a casual about a pro game, and it shreds all your armor and MR, or like a lot of it. I did not know it had that on it.
Yeah, if you get
It
hit by
also
those like
heals.
the like Fiddlesticks AoE heal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know it healed, so I smited and missed smite. So
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know either. I knew it threw out the little orbs, and you can
Yeah.
dodge its
The-
attacks pretty well, but
The orbs shred your MR to where you have 0 eventually.
oh, it's infinitely
So
scaling like Baron in that way.
yeah, you will go to 0 MR. So yeah, if you see that someone's tanking Atacon and you're an AP character, just you can one shot them instantly.
Okay. Interesting. They're checking to see if they won or not.
wonderful.
Yep. I'm actually very curious about this.
If
Because
they won that game, I'd be impressed.
yeah. Yeah, totally.
All right, time for me to talk about the elephant in the Discord call. Rylai's needs to be removed from this damn game.
I think
Get this
I think
out
the
of here.
only benefit to ending this podcast is I won't have to hear about you bitch about Rylai's anymore.
Just
Just
wait
build
for
Swifties. Realize is trash if you have Swifties.
It's not that great, dude.
what's not that great, Rylai's?
Rylai's, yeah, it's not that great. Like it's
I'm still gonna hate it forever.
It's
okay.
very annoying. I
Can
will
you-
give you that.
Okay,
It's,
sure.
it's just annoying.
So you're
That's
saying
it.
so your issue with it, it's that it's annoying, not that it's overpowered or anything.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I think
that
it's
item.
overpowered.
It is.
in
It
the
is not
fact
a
that
fun
it
thing
gets
to play against.
restacked on burn effects. I think one burn, like it should
Yeah,
not get
that's the only
reapplied
time
on
it's
burns.
overpowered to me for
Yeah.
burn champs.
but nobody else
That's fine,
burns it
doesn't matter.
nobody else builds it other than burn champs, which kind of shows exactly what you're talking about then.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just
but it gets
remove it.
reapplied if you have Faded Ashes or Leandries.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's-
Like that's what I agree with you. Like it does. But then the only champions that ever buy it are champions that build burn.
And everybody builds burn right now.
Well, burst mages don't, and they don't build Rylai's. Not that they would want to necessarily because of the stat profile of it, but yeah, the burn mages do. But they're the ones that are good. I mean, like, okay, someone like Diana isn't going to build it, even if she builds tanky and isn't building burn items either. She doesn't fit into either camp
No,
necessarily.
It's really just for the Lilias, the Mordekaisers, brands of the world.
Yeah. And Mord, I think, is a special
Leandry's-
exception too.
Yeah, for sure.
Leandry's
Zyra is my least
Riftmaker.
favorite to play against.
Well, Zyra counters a lot of your champs.
Well, just the plants. They just hit from so far away and they proc fucking Leandries, and then Leandries gets procced off Faded Ashes, and it's just a never ending cycle.
Yep.
It does
Yeah,
feel
can I
like
re-
if you walk away, like even if you're walking away immediately from those fucking things, they still auto you one time.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So here's what we should do then. Whenever you get hit by a plant, just full send it. It doesn't matter how close you are. Just flash and dash directly onto them. There you're like, okay, you tried to poke me. Fuck you. I'm in your face. Even if it doesn't work, you just alpha'd right into their face.
That is how I currently
It's
play against Zyra. So
It's about sending a message.
Yeah.
It's about asserting dominance.
Exactly. Just have a macro
also,
have a macro bound for your keyboard too, so you can like press something and then say like, I don't care if I die. This is about asserting dominance or something.
Yeah, E into their faces. Yes.
remember, guys, if you see Zyra plants, auto them
Yeah.
just once.
Don't
If you're
use
melee.
spells. Yep. Spells don't do shit on them. Or same thing with Yorick ghouls. I see that so often. People are spamming their spells on them. It doesn't do anything. Just auto the
Or Q
bitches.
one shots, Zyra plants.
It counts as an auto though.
I know, but
Oh.
it's just for
Who's
Smolder
Q?
players.
Sure.
Smolder, his Q,
Gives-
it counts.
gives
It gives him a
stack.
stack. Yep, and it
Oh.
one shots him.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Smolder
just
people
me,
should be
Zyra.
aware of
Just
that.
Smolder into Malzahar is the greatest matchup ever.
Amazing matchup, yes. It's free stacks every time he
So he
uses his
presses
W.
R on your ass and you can't do nothing.
Oh yeah, QSS first item, right? guys?
I'll just take cleanse because that works on that definitely, right? It does not.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
Yeah. When you're
Come here for
suppressed,
league tips.
when you're suppressed, can you barrier? I
No.
don't
That's a
think
great
so.
question.
But let me look.
I mean, you can do anything. You're suppressed. It's like the definition of suppressed.
Well, you can.
in QSS.
Trinity compressor.
Let's see.
Maybe you can barrier. Fuck, I don't know. This
Gangplank
game
orange.
has lots of clarity.
Ooh.
Very much, lots of clarity. Everything's very clear and obvious how
This we
this game
know.
functions.
This we know.
Yeah, gotta learn those matchups.
And a perfectly functioning client as well.
Oh
Gosh.
my goodness.
I will say the client's a lot better now that I have a new computer, but
My
it's
fucking
still
so
friends on this
scary.
won't
Scooch.
even load.
Works every time.
Never crashes.
Never crashes. I could easily join a party.
Bro, I was in a champion or like a match accept screen yesterday. I clicked accept. I was stuck in the screen for 2 minutes, and then I got a fucking ban because I didn't get in the lobby.
Oh God.
Don't be dodging lobbies, Goose. What are you doing?
I clicked accept, riot.
I this is a hot take. As a person who's playing Yasuo top right now, and I'm learning that there's a lot of unfavorable matchups. I want people to start lane swapping if I ask them. Hey, no ADC is going to kill Yasuo with one wall under tier with Thorn Shield.
One would hope.
One would hope. I might be bad sometimes though, so you never know.
Okay, so I found the answer. So here we go. A unit that is
Always
suppressed.
a pretty bad matchup, net.
Yeah, a unit that is suppressed is unable to control its movement, declare attacks, cast abilities, activate items, or use any summoner spell for the duration. So none of them. Not that any of them would help, but you can't use them. So I guess that also helps that you can't try to cleanse. Kind of nice.
Yeah, I remember when I learned that cleanse didn't work against suppression. I ended very hard that game.
You still see people try and use it. Actually, people barely take cleanse.
I was like, oh, cleanse can. Oh man, Malzahar is going to do nothing to me. This is fine.
I think cleanse
I feel
used
like
to.
only 80 carries take cleanse these days for the most part, unless
Yeah.
it's like a niche. Someone has a niche
But
matchup.
in mid,
with
yeah,
some
mid
shit
lane
in mid
matchup,
and
yeah.
top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mid is the only other one that'll take it. I'll take that in mid against, like, I don't know. If I'm playing forward into, like, I don't know, maybe a LeBlanc or a Morgana, then again, barrier is better. I don't know. There might be a niche situation where it makes sense.
Lissandra was a good one.
Yeah, cleanse against
Uh,
Lissandra, totally.
And yeah, Goose just mentioned it there a second ago. He said a bad matchup for Yasuo top is Akali, and I got absolutely stomped on Akali, and they built Dead Man's first, and I couldn't do anything.
They built
So I
Dead
lane
Man's
swapped.
first on Akali?
I
That's
mean,
the
they
mathematically.
On him.
That's the
it's probably
mathematically
honest.
correct, man.
It probably is. Like, I can't do damage to you, and your base damages are high.
That's
Like-
the Expat 2 special.
And then the game
So-
before that, Nat trades with our mid laner to give them top. That we give them R5 top. We have a Wei, a Jin, a Yasuo, and what was our jungler? A Viego. Okay, that's our team comp. They pick Malphite. Okay. Our top
Fun.
laner picks fucking Riven.
Oh,
Fun.
the
no.
greatest self counter pick ever. And then they proceeded to int. They died level 3 under Malphite's turret.
They dove Malphite?
Yeah.
Why? Just push and
Trying to get
fucking
that first
proxy
blood.
and get a back. Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Mistakes were made.
Seriously.
Yes, they were.
And then
Um,
they had a Syndra that was 13-1 and one-shotting our entire team.
Yeah. I landed against Syndra, and then at one point she had 4 kills. I was like, oh shit. Wait, what's she one-shotting me?
does Windwall stop the orb from going through
No.
and stunning people?
The only thing it's yeah, it'll stop the E, like the push.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So it's
Okay.
not bad.
So, Colin, pop quiz here. I'm looking at last patch because this patch is too new. Can you guess any of the top 10 worst matchups for Yasuo top? These all have at
Some of them are-
least 237 games or higher
So
in
there's probably some tanks in there. I'm
Emerald
gonna
Plus, but I'll do all ranks
gonna-
actually. Let's do all ranks.
grab
Okay.
Poppy.
Poppy is here, yes.
Malphite?
Nope.
Oh. Uh Riven.
Nope, that's just you that has a problem in the mouth.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind Malphite. I rather do tanks than the Pantheon I faced earlier today.
Pantheon
that
is
Pantheon
not
was
on here.
frustrating.
Nah, it was horrible though. Oh no, I said Riven there.
Riven is not
Right.
here.
Is Cassante there?
Cassante is
Kench?
not
Tom
here.
Kench is probably there.
Tom Kench is not here.
Oh my God, I have no idea. Guess I'm still learning that. Jeez.
So yeah, you said
Oh, I know
Poppy.
one, I think.
Okay, go for
Singed? It's Singed in there?
it. Singed is in here. Yep.
Yeah.
John, what were you gonna say? Renekton is
Oh,
in here.
Renekton's literally the worst matchup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Statistically, you're wrong. But
Oh,
it is one of the
exactly.
worst.
Malphite,
Malphite not here.
really.
There
Okay.
are
Maokai?
Garen.
Maokai not here.
really.
Garen not here.
Set must be there.
Set is the second worst matchup.
Yeah, I did
Ooh.
that. I've been banning it since I played against it.
Ooh,
It's not.
yeah.
Is
That's so
Darius
bad.
one of them? That's not a good matchup.
Darius is the worst matchup.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
beat the last Darius I played.
Yasuo wins 41.4% of the time against Darius.
I was part of
Good
that
lord.
41 recently.
Nice. So the other ones that you guys didn't guess were Volibear, Cho'Gath,
Yeah.
Warwick top, Trundle top, and Tryndamere.
I added to the bad win rate for Yasuo against Cho'Gath recently. I went Heartsteel first for fun. I was like, if I have a lot of HP, he can't eat me. The logic did not work.
Well, yeah, you didn't have enough HP. Yeah, and you helped the Tryndamere win rate as well because, well, you helped him be a better counter as well because of the game earlier. He lost against Tryndamere top.
Jungler's fault. Jungler's fault.
It wasn't jungler's fault. It's your fault for trusting the jungler.
You
Always
know
the
what?
jungler's fault.
True.
That's true.
Hey, my jungler flashed
Yeah, fuck
under
those
their
guys.
turret, canceled auto to kill their jungler, and then died to turret.
Yep. So, looks like we have an answer for if they won the game. So unsure if
Okay.
they're looking at the correct match, but looks like they did win. So it sucks for the enemy team. They did win. They got Otacon and no other
Hey.
no other epic monsters at all the rest of the game. None.
Those pedals are super good. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of XP.
It is.
I mean,
Mental
really,
buff.
a lot of games just come down to one good team fight. Game's over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they really do. All right. What else do we want to talk about? Anything?
I played a game of Cassante recently.
How did it go?
I was
That champion is disgusting.
Cassante W is really cool.
I fought. This is not kidding. I'll show you guys afterwards. I
Okay.
fought 3 people for 30 seconds and almost killed all 3 of them.
Okay.
sounds right.
Wow.
Sounds right.
I can believe that. I
Yep.
completely
We
checks
can't-
out.
Can't like altered form of Cassante W do like 1,000 true damage sometimes?
Yeah, if you have enough HP.
It's HP. Okay.
I thought it was
Let me look
bonus
at this game.
resistances, no?
Was
I
it
think
an
it's HP.
Is it aftershock tech? Is that what-
Oh, it is resistances because aftershock increases the damage it does. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the W is increased by 2% per 100 bonus armor, 2% per 100 bonus MR. And also, hold on. So it deals 40 to 120 plus 800% max health physical damage. What? This
The
is
fuck?
wrong. There's no way this is okay. U.GG. I'm sorry.
800.
There's no way. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's not real. Hold on. Let me find it.
It does a shit ton of damage if you land it.
Okay, so Cassante W does. Oh, it's 8%. Okay, fucking Christ.
Okay.
So physical damage 40 to 120. This is in the normal form plus 8%, and that 8% of the target's max health. That 8% is further increased by 2% per 100 bonus MR and 2% per 100 bonus armor. And then there is the dash deals when you're in ult 10 to 100% based on how long you channel it, bonus true damage on top of what we were just having, and the bonus true damage, well, the minimum bonus true damage is 4 to 12 plus 0.8% of the target's max health plus an additional 0.2 per 100 bonus armor, 0.2 bonus MR. What in the fuck?
That's a small amount of words. And
Yeah,
numbers
I
for
know.
One ability.
Nasus
The
gains
tank-
12% lifesteal.
The tank that does true damage, that has mobility, that Get
Yo,
one shot.
why does he have choke at the alt on his W?
But I
What's that,
3v1'd a 4-item Mbessa, a 4-item Cassiopeia, and a Thresh.
Yeah, you should
And I
just be
almost
dead.
killed all of them.
And
Okay.
that's the casted a lot of damage.
All right, so we brought up Nasus. How many words are in Nasus's passive?
5.
So one of them is
Three.
a number because the number changes of the
Yeah.
lifesteal he gets and stuff. But
Okay.
like, how many excluding the number, I guess, or the number is 1 at the time. But how many words?
I'm missing 3.
Sticking with 5.
Okay, John.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
It is 5. Nasus gains the number life steal. That's it.
Yep, I literally counted it on my hand.
Yeah.
Damn. I just put gains number lifesteal.
I'm trying to think what else is really low. I thought Morgana, but that's 2 lines.
Timo W is probably one of the lowest ones. I guess.
There's
Like,
an active,
the
and a
portion.
okay. The active. Let's see.
I didn't know
No, that's
posted.
3 lines.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to think. Like Timo Q is less. Let's see. Is there any ability that has less than 5 words? There's no way, right?
No. There's no way.
Wait, John, question for you. You've been playing in your norms games.
Either jungle or AD carry. Mostly jungle. Who have I been playing? I mean, I've been playing
Warwick.
Wukong, Viego, Warwick. I just played a Kindred game. I just played a Mastery game.
What's your AP champ if you needed to pick one?
I can do Karthus. I can do.
The power
Zach.
farmer himself.
Yeah, I can do.
I can do
I
any
used to play
champ.
some Fizzlesticks, but Lilia and Karthus are probably
Like,
my two best.
whenever you guys play Zach, if you do you go full AP? Does anyone do that ever?
Yes,
ARAM
I have.
only.
I've done it.
ARAM,
In,
okay.
I've done it in Summoner's Rift. I've gone
done
Leandries
both.
into Rocket Belt, Cosmic Drive.
It can work.
It's. I mean, if you're fed,
Yeah, if you're fed,
you
you
hit.
just
If you're
one-shot
hitting
everybody.
your E, then it's insane.
The problem I think with it is, yeah, the E, but also the W does the most damage. It does like when you have enough AP,
Yeah, it
it's like
does.
20 or 30% of their max health per W.
If you can hit a fat E or W into their whole team,
You
it
will
fucking
nuke them.
one-shots them.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's insane. It's insane. And you're still pretty tanky though, because you have
the heals.
all of those items give you health, and you get the insane heals off your blobs.
Yeah.
From the scaling on it.
It's never a bad idea to, even if you're going tank, mix in some AP. Like I think on Zac, the first back should always be Dark Seal plus something.
Yeah, Dark Seal's insane on him.
Dark Seal's really good. The gank potential.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that you've inspired me to play Zac. I haven't played him much recently. Tanks are insane, so Zachy Chan time.
I haven't played him much recently either. I've been playing Tom Kench.
Oh
Avenge the
god.
Kench.
Oh god, that abomination.
Yep.
Don't you love that abomination?
I fucking love Tom Kench. That champion's so much fun.
Dude, he's insane support as well. He's so good.
So I have some dumb stats for you guys.
Sure.
Okay, so I did a quick Google search on. Was trying to find the lowest word count ability in League of Legends, but I stumbled upon this Reddit page. So Amumu has 366 words in his entire kit on the LoL wiki.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody want to take a guess at who has the most and how many words there are?
In their entire kit.
Yeah.
Cassante.
I don't think it's
2000.
Cassante. Okay, wait, so Colin, you also thought it was. Give a word count while I think for a second.
Cassante. I don't even know.
Are we Price is Right ruling, by the way, or is this normal, like closest? What's the rule here?
As close as you can get. I'll give
Okay.
it to you.
843 Cassante.
Oh,
Is it way too low?
I'm not even gonna say.
Okay.
Okay.
My guess is Viego with
I think that's
3,000.
guess.
Well, Viego's technically unlimited, but
Oh, sure. Okay.
Nyla, 1,200.
It was either
So
that
it's
or I think
Aphelios.
Jace. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
that makes so much sense.
Who was
I'll
it
let you
saying?
guys. It's Aphelios has the most,
Oh, okay.
and I'll
Yeah.
let you guys guess the word count again.
God.
1,300.
5 guns, 5 abilities, a passive that gives different things.
4,000. 4,000.
Okay, Eric, you're fucking crazy. That's way too much.
All right.
2,000.
1927.
That's close. 1,843 individual words in
Oh my
Aphelios'
god.
wiki.
Oh
That's
my
Holy
crazy.
shit.
god.
That I
That's a
didn't
lot
think
of
about
rating.
that. That makes sense
Yeah.
though.
Mumu has 366. That is insane.
So if anyone's looking to pick up a new, is new to the game, wants to pick up a fun, easy to learn champion, try to Felios. Very beginner
Easiest champ in the
friendly,
game.
easy. You don't have to worry about which guns you have. It's fine.
I was thinking
They're super
Jace
tanky.
also might have had enough words for that because you got the 2 forms and some of
Yeah,
that, like you're shredding
true.
and there's different complexities and stuff, maybe. Cassante also was a solid guess.
Elise on the same. Nah, at least some of Elise's abilities are too
Elise's are pretty
simple.
straightforward, yeah.
Yeah,
Neela would have a lot from her passive and her
that
Q.
passive's huge.
Yeah.
Surprised Nas didn't make it there. It's crazy.
Gangplank, because the silver serpents, what you turn them into, there's a description for each one of those and how you earn them too.
Yeah, so anyone who earns stuff would have a lot, like Syndra Victor. The Smolder would have a ton.
Yeah, Smolder's not as much because it's just a number that corresponds, I think. But yeah, good point there.
Good
Yeah,
game. Good game.
I like that.
That was an incredible amount of words.
Yeah,
Also, we played a little before the podcast, but LOL Sketch, good game if chum with some friends in Discord.
oh yeah, Lol Sketch is fantastic.
Yep.
Just make sure to not put your own name in, so people don't know who is who, and starts to fuck with people's brains. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Erik stole my identity.
I was Canadian Colin, and then Colin was Colin, so we weren't sure who was who. I even was confused at different points. I thought I won. I didn't win. Or did I? All right. Well, I think we've been going for over an hour. So unless there's anything else that anybody wants to talk about, I'll go through some of the stuff that I asked the community to let us know about what they thought about their time listening to the podcast and what it meant to them over time and stuff. So I'll run into that, and then we can all give our individual thoughts about what it has felt like to be a part of the community, which the community is not dying, for the record, people. I'm still going to do community nights on Tuesdays. I'll still stream it semi-regularly, but we're just actually stopping the podcast, so there's that. But yeah, sound good? Or is there anything else anyone wanted to talk about? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Sweet. Okay, so I'll go through the general community. Then I also reach out to some podcasters as well. So, I'm also going to use people's names here because I guess they could have DM'd me and said don't use my name if they didn't want it. But yeah, so Sharp Spoonful said. So I put out a message and said that we collectively decided to hang up our podcasting shoes, so to speak. We'd love to hear everyone. What were some of their favorite moments from the past? What has the podcast/podcast community meant to you? But anything that people wanted to bring up. And then side note, yeah, we still have community nights going. So Sharp Spoonful said that's sad to hear. We've all been, you all have been my commute podcast for years. I don't have enough time to watch the games much anymore. So hearing you all each week makes my drives 1,000% better. Appreciate that. And that's why we did this. Everyone did this over time, is because we all loved it. Frank Noah, haven't seen him in games for a long time, said, sadly, I quit listening about the same time I quit listening about the same time I quit League, and haven't gotten back really since. Funny enough, as soon as the possibility of me coming back to League fully we might be quitting. He's having some issues with his computer and trying to play on Linux right now. So hope you get that fixed and appreciate that. Slushy Otter said, this is the community that got me back into League after a several year-long hiatus. It's always been a safe space. T-Force, Rundown, and 4 Awards were some of the only podcasts to listen to, and it was even crazier when I got to be on 2 out of 3 of them. Gonna miss you guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Kangajur said, have been a long-time listener of the show, and I'm glad it went this far. My League community started with this server and the friends I met here through the tournaments. I had a great time as a host on 4 Awards for a while too, end of an era, but everyone involved with the pod should be proud of all the work and positive impact from the shows, the events, and discussions. We take those. Woo! Very true. And then he went on to say in a second message, the Trinity Force podcast was my first experience with higher ranked players than me reviewing patch notes every couple weeks. When I was climbing the ladder back in the early seasons, it helped me learn so much about League when all the champions and items were so daunting. As I learned more about the game, it was still a great way to get a perspective on champions or items when I wasn't using all the time in my own pool. So yeah, I can only imagine how helpful that was. I found it helpful when I started listening to the podcast in I think it was actually 2015 or so, 2016 I started listening. So 8, 9 years ago or so when I was listening originally. But I can totally imagine how that's helpful for a whole plethora of people. Then Faded said, this is sad. I don't always get to watch the games. So you guys always provide great input. Also, the podcast is how I found the community. I'm sure that's how a lot of people did. And then also Kangajru said, also, does anyone remember when Pone proposed on the show? So the guy who created this, Ponophobia, I didn't know this, but apparently he proposed to his now wife on the podcast, which is kind of cool, kind of crazy.
What a way.
I know. And then there were a few comments about that. Ganks B. Dank, a former podcaster, responded to that saying, but your favorite moment was meeting me, right? And then, yeah, people said they love the meta report as well. So a few comments there. So that was great. Thank you all for chiming in on that. I also reached out to some previous podcasters to get their input as well. So I asked Matt the Martian what he was thinking about. I just asked everybody what they wanted to express about being a host, what it meant to you / highlights, etc. Matt said, I love being love being able to give the alternative points of view. He actually reinstalled League on his laptop, and he was at community nights, so that we got him back into that. And he also remembers community nights, specifically the lethality Jinx build with Hail of Blades that I tried to pioneer and crashed and burned, but it was a lot of fun. Kaib said, basically the best part was meeting new people and finding new communities via those people was the best part. So it's the people along the way. It's kind of a common theme that we're hearing here. Dan Man hasn't been on in a few years, but I asked him, he said it was a great experience to talk and chill with guys about League, whether casually or more competitively. It was also a great community to hang out with in game. Highlights were community game nights and tournaments, since they were experiences you couldn't get just by playing the game normally. And then I think that's it. I did reach out to a couple other people, did not get responses. So, yeah. That's, did I get everybody? I'm just looking through my Discord list, and looks like I did. Okay. I guess I'll just arbitrarily pick people to go first then. Colin, I'm going to make you unmute your microphone. Why don't you give your 2 or 10 cents or Canadian cents, whatever the denomination of currency is there.
Yeah, our cent,
Okay.
our dollar loonie, and our $2 toonie. Those are some good coins that we have up here. It's not monopoly money, I swear. But yeah, yeah. Besides my currency, the podcast has been good for me. I definitely had the same experience of learning what different champions did as I was getting more into League by listening a few years ago, and that really helped me climb, helped me understand more about the game. That was really nice. And then I joined community game nights, and that was fun to get into some 5v5s because I never really did that before. If I was ever doing anything, it'd be a couple of my IRL buddies. We'd just play some flex or something or ARAMs. But it was nice to do 5v5s and like chat afterwards and get the community going. So that was really fun. And then just chatting with you guys on the podcast, it's been a good time. Shooting the shit. It's always fun.
Yeah.
That basically sums it up for me.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks
Hmm.
for sharing, John.
Yeah, I mean it's been a lot of fun. Like starting out, just listening to it, and it used to be part of my commute listen, and then just learning stuff from listening, and then doing community nights was fun. Um, and then I mean I always enjoyed the community nights and just playing with people the most. Whether it was like custom ARAMs or Summoner's Rift custom or rank flex. Um, we always get some good games going, so those were a lot of fun. But yeah, kind of the same too. Like just podcasting was fun, and then chilling after we record, play games, just chill. And then even before, like we did this time, where was the drawing what
Lol
lol
sketch.
that was lol sketch. Doing stuff like that is always fun. And then I mean, there were a few weekends for sure where we would play, and I enjoyed that a lot. So just hanging out with the community and with you all was the highlight of it for me.
Cool. Thanks for sharing. Papa Goose.
I think it's just been pretty interesting to just. I think overall it's just crazy how a game can bring just random people from random parts of the country, and even not the United States, Canada involved in that as well. But
We see you, Colin.
it's just cool to it's just cool to see that a video game can bring so many different people together. And yeah, I mean, obviously, like you guys said, the community is awesome. Just being able to play games with whoever you want, whenever you want, and spreading my unadulterated love for Unsealed Spellbook to all the ears that are willing to listen has been my highlight of my moments.
Thank you very much for sharing. Spellbook specifically, the game I was playing against that Colin was spectating while I was playing after he lost his game in spectacular fashion. There was a Shaco support on the other side who took. I mean, it's true. Don't throw your hands up. It's true. But Shaco support on the other side who took Spellbook, and we killed their jungler and we killed, I don't know, their mid laner or some shit. I don't know. But he popped over and Smite stole Baron with Spellbook, and then I think flashed away or maybe died or something. But it was impressive. And then it took me a second to realize, like, why the fuck did Poppy not get this? And then, oh, he took Smite. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because yeah, the Poppy got pinged a few times. But
if you don't trust your junglers, just take Spellbook.
Yep.
Quick question for you, Goose, since you're the spellbook entrepreneur. Pioneer. Does it stay at 600 the whole game? Or does it evolve?
No, it evolves after you use it the first time.
Okay. Well, does it even get to the 1200 that we have now?
Yeah, it gets to 1200, but you have to use it once. Like if you don't
Well,
use it once, it'll stay at 600.
So it goes from 600 to 12. It skips
Yeah.
the 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it increased. 1 second, John. I thought it increased once you use or after like a certain number of rotations, regardless of if you used it. Maybe I'm wrong though.
From the way I think it's actually more of a time thing. The reason it might go to 9, but I usually use it for first dragon, so I've always had it at 600, and then you don't get it again until it's at 1200. So it might go to 900, but I actually don't know.
So okay, I'm looking on
the rotation again until it gets to 12.
Yeah, so I'm on the wiki right now, and if this is current, Smite's damage scales based on the total number of swaps. So if it's your first swap, it's 600. If second or after the second total spell swap, meaning so this must be the third one, Smite's damage increases to 900. Third and subsequent swap. So after the third total spell swap, Smite's damage maxes out at 1200. So if you take it as your fourth, if you've taken 3 other things before and Smite is your fourth, Smite is 1400 then. It does mean you won't get it. It'll be harder to get it again later because, but it is actually scaling with the number of swaps, not game time or the number of times you use Smite.
I gotcha.
Yeah, good info though. Yeah, also a couple of people in chat. Kyle Kiltacular asked if this is the last podcast. I typed yes, it is, and he said sad. And then Pillow asked, well, do we ever think we'll revive the podcast in the future? Is it done? I highly doubt anyone will ever revive the podcast in the future. Doesn't mean the community goes away, though, so feel free to always pop in or message any of us that are in the community. So, yeah. And also a comment, they really enjoyed the podcast, loved the reviews. It kept them up to date and helped make those long days at work go by much easier. And I'm sure that's true for a lot of people. That's why a lot of us listen to podcasts. So totally echo with you there. Yeah, I guess for me, I've been the one who's been here the longest of all of us. So I joined in September, September, August of 20, I think 2020 or 2021. I don't know 100%. When did Lilia come out? That's because I remember I joined right after I did so the community or the podcasters used to interview like a high level one trick of somebody, and at that time I was like a Diamond Lilia main, not 100, not a one trick, but main for sure. Came out in 2020 August, so it would have been 2021 then. So like August of 2021, and yeah, so they interviewed Nate Kerblunk actually interviewed me for that, and then afterwards, I think I'd previously expressed interest in joining, perhaps, but at the time when I did it back in the spring, I was in Alaska for a bit, so I couldn't, just because of time changes and other shit like that. I don't know. Also, I didn't really want to. I was exploring Alaska for a month, so yeah. But then I joined, and I think within a month and a half, I was leading the damn thing because Nate stepped away, and then the person who took it over after, Smile, had to step away for some family things going on. It's not my place to say what was going on. So then after that, we were like, hey, are we hanging it up? Or I was like, okay, I'll take it over. I'll be fine taking it over. So then I guess I've been leading it for 3.5 years at this point. What have I enjoyed taking away from it? So I guess one, it's taught me project manager skills because I have to manage different personalities over time and manage around different people's schedules with real life happening, including my own. Because there's been a lot of people coming in and out of the podcast. It's been giving feedback to podcasters when they could have just to try and make the show overall better. There's never been anything that's been egregious or anything I've had to tell people like, hey, don't say that on the air, or you need to do more of this, but just kind of helping a bit with that. I've learned to edit audio because about 1.5 years ago, our previous editor, Lancifer, who also used to be a podcaster, stepped away. He didn't want to do it anymore. He'd been editing the audios for years before that, and he just didn't want to do it anymore, so I took it over. And it's actually easier than one might think, especially with Audacity. It makes it very easy. Yeah. Obviously, I've loved getting to know each and every one of the people that I've podcasted with and interacted with, the community. And that also goes for you guys. I've loved getting to know each and every one of you about what's been going on and sharing what's been going on in all of our personal lives, and then what we enjoy about gaming, different gaming interests, collective gaming interests, et cetera, et cetera. The podcast has always, for me, been, I don't want to use it, I don't mean this in a bad way, but like an escape from what's been going on in real life. Like I haven't had a hard life, so I'm not trying to say like I've had a tough life, but whenever things have been stressful, or I didn't want to think about something in the moment, or I just wanted to hang out with some people that I don't have to fucking talk about, like, oh, job insecurity, or whatever was happening with COVID or at the time, or, fights with family or relationship issues. This has always been a safe space for me. And I think it has been for most everybody that's been in the community as well. And if people wanted a sounding board for stuff, I've used that in the past as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to miss it. But I think I mean, we all talked about it, and it's been time because we're all collectively moving on with our lives to the point where we would need to either bring in a whole new like a load of hosts, or the quality would decrease, and we don't want to do that. We didn't want to kill it, and or once it's like, yeah, the podcast was coming to its end, but we didn't want to, just keep it on life support for months or a year or so or anything, when we're recording less frequently and everything, and then the recordings are just not as good if we're not playing as much, which some of that's happened. I mean, Goose is a dad and has like an evolving family and job and everything. I mean, Colin, we've talked about some of your stuff. You're recently engaged, congratulations again, and looking for a house and college and job and all that shit. John is looking for the next, like, I don't know, 8th residency in dentistry, whatever, do space dentistry or something. I don't know, but something like that. And yeah, and also
First on Mars.
the first dentist on Mars. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm getting married this summer and going to be moving back to Minnesota, away from back to where I want to be. So then it's like, yeah, it all just kind of worked out where this ended up being a good time to call it quits. So that's why we kind of chose around here. For people who haven't necessarily listened until this one, or haven't listened in a while, whatever. But yeah, the best part has definitely been the people along the way. And there's been, I can think of 2 individuals whom I've had extremely negative experiences with, and they've been banned from the server for inappropriate behavior. But yeah, I've been part of the TFN community in the server, in and out, for the better part of, I don't know, 7-8 years. And I'll probably be playing League less, but I don't know if I'll ever leave, or whenever I do quit League, I'll still be hanging out in the server, however long it stays around and however long League stays around. But yeah, it's just been a great central space for anyone to hang out, and Goose, like you were saying, it's just crazy how something as dumb as a video game can bring people from all walks of life across international borders together. I mean, shit, for a while we had, or for a little bit of time, we had we were going to try and do like a media and events manager who was some dude who was volunteering, and he lived in Australia, and now he works for, or at least at the time then, he couldn't anymore because he got a job working for esports programs in Australia. But yeah, like, it's cross hemispheres, even something like this. So it's crazy the power of what something like a video game can bring people together. It does. I mean, it's not even necessarily a video game. It's just a hobby collectively. You see that on Reddit when people are contributing about whether that be something like gardening or something like Warhammer, or it could be anything. And it's incredible, and it's a testament to the new technology age that we can actually connect with one another. Otherwise, we'd be looking for a flyer or listening to, like, I don't know, I was going to say a town crier, but those haven't existed for like 150 years or something. Like, extra, play League of Legends. Like, that's not a thing. So I don't know. At this point, I'm rambling, so I'll probably stop. But
get your popcorn here.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been, it's definitely ignited a love for podcasting for me. Like, it's not ever something I ever want to do for money, because it's not something I want to do for money. It's just a passion. So I'll be doing other podcasts in the future. I'm going to take a break for a while, but I don't know if they'll be gaming specific. I'm not sure. But I know being a part of this podcast, the people that I've met along the way, and being a part of this community has definitely ignited a love for podcasting and a love for furthering, like, making digital connections with people. So whenever I do end up visiting their cities, reaching out to try and hang out or anything, or stuff like that. So yeah.
Gonna make me tear up, Eric.
Yeah, sorry if that was a little long-winded. I guess I could have been a little more succinct, but
what I got from all that is a future Civ 6 podcast incoming.
Oh, Civ 7 comes out next month.
Yeah, Civ 7
Oh,
actually.
there you
But
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that wouldn't be. I wouldn't start up that podcast next month because, as we all know about Civ,
It's gonna be
whenever they
buggy.
release the new game, it's buggy, but it's also garbage until they release about 2 DLCs. Then the game is fantastic. The
Sounds a
game
lot
at
like
base
Bungie.
is missing it. Yeah. So, anything else, or should we end off that?
I think that was pretty good.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us and being along the journey for however long you were on the TFN bandwagon. And we'll see you in community nights, folks, because I'm still going to run those for the foreseeable future.
Peace out.